Chapter 3 presents the story of Caroline Sachs, and along with Caroline Sachs, Gladwell aligns her story parallel to the story of the great impressionists from France, people like Cezanne or Renoir that we've come to know. And the big moral behind this, or the big idea that Gladwell presents, is that idea of whether it is better to be a little fish in a big pond or to be a big fish in a little pond of your choosing. The story of Caroline Sachs, she has that decision to make. She can either attend Brown University, which of course is a very prestigious school, or the University of Maryland, which is not as prestigious. She ends up choosing the prestigious school, Brown University, and she ends up sinking instead of swimming. This brings about the idea of relative deprivation, which, as quoted from Gladwell, is the idea that we form our impressions not globally by placing ourselves in the broadest possible context, but locally by comparing ourselves to the people in the same boat as ourselves. So basically, our sense of how deprived we are is relative. So we might think that we're having a bad day. That's just because everybody else is having a good day. But really, in a broad sense, it's probably not that bad. He aligns his story perfectly with the Impressionists as well, where they decided to be big fish in their own little pond, and that allowed them to succeed as well. So going back to Caroline Sachs, if she had chosen the least prestigious school of the two, which would have been the University of Maryland, she would have been just as successfully. So the big takeaway that Gladwell makes is that success doesn't happen just from the big pond. It can also happen from the little pond if you're a big enough fish.